Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi, so today I'm going to do task 2 for BGY 3202 animal structure and function. My name is Nufazila binti Ahmad Sabri. My matrix number is 190243. So for my task 2, I'm going to do the video regarding the today I observed, I relate and I shared, which is the things that I observed during the Carnival of Science 2018. So on that day I have chose chimpanzees, and I'm going to observe about the internal anatomy of the chimpanzee, which is also the mammals. And then, so for the beginning, the African apes and human have the same arrangement of internal organs, and we all know that we all share the same bones. However, in human we lack of external gills and also have several important blood system in common. We also can get the same diseases, and the human and the African apes have hands with thumbs that are sufficiently separate from the other fingers to allow them to be opposable for precision grades. And humans are sexually dimorphic, and human men are 5 to 10% larger on average, and will have a greater upper body muscular development. So next, we go to the circulatory system. So generally we know that circulatory system is to move blood, nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide and hormone around the body. It consists of the heart, blood vessel, arteries and also veins. So we see that like the other mammals, primates also have four-chambered heart and double circulatory system. The four-chambered heart consists of the right atrium, right ventricle, and also the left ventricle. The circulatory system are able to maintain a constant body temperature, and the insulating covering is provided by hair in the apes, and in human all the hair is lost and insulated by through the skin and also veins. Next we go to the digestive system. So digestive system consists of several connected organs that together allow the body to break down and absorb food and remove waste. It's include the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. The pancreas and the liver also play a role in the digestive system because they produce the digestive juices. In the case of the monkey and the human, we see that the ileum in human are quite longer and smaller compared to the monkey, which is quite shorter and larger for the ileum. For the rest of the structure, which is duodenum, jejunum, cecum, and even more, is similar in all mammals. We said that the primates are really exclusively herbivores, but their digestive tract does not show the high degree of morphological specializations, which is in all mammals we do have the same digestive system. And also in human, the large intestine is relatively less voluminous than in apes, but nevertheless humans are surprisingly effective at digesting cellulose. Next we go to the excretory system. So excretory system, it consists of the kidney. So the kidney is a major excretory organ of primates and other vertebrates. It is responsible to separate urea, toxin and other type of waste from the body. And due to the important role, kidney also involved in the blood pressure and the space regulation in the body. So inside the kidney they have the nephron, which is the basic filtering units. They have more than 1 million of the present in the normal adult human kidney. It's working together to filter blood at an impressive rate. And we can see here that this is the kidney. It's connected with the ureter, urinary bladder and also the urethra. So the urinary system will help to eliminate a waste, produce a product called urea, which is produced when certain foods are broken down. And the whole system includes the two kidney, two ureter and the bladder, and two spongy muscle and the urethra. Urine produced by the kidney travels down to the ureter and arrives at the bladder, which is the urine accumulated at the urinary bladder and exit from the body to the urethra. We can see that human urinary system are the same as in the other mammals. And the kidney basically have many functions, including the ability to remove waste and extra fluid from the body. It also takes the urea out of the body and combine with the water to form a urine. We can see that in top of the kidney they have the adrenal gland that secrete hormone for the excretory system. Next, we move on to the musculoskeletal system. So, let's focus on the limb. So, the shapes, the length and the proportion of limbs between the human and the apes are quite different, where the human legs are proportionally longer than the gorilla legs, and the gorilla or the apes arms are also proportionally longer than the human arm. And then the size of hand and the feet is larger in the apes compared to the human. And then in the skull also different, which is in human. The skull in human, they have high forehead, a small brow ridge, and a shallow lower jaw. However, in the apes, they have no forehead. The surface and the point of attachment of facial muscle is to operate the jaw bones and the perform chewing actions are also different, so that we can say that the musculoskeletal system between the human and also the apes are different. Then we go to the nervous system. So basically, the nervous system of human and apes are different. So the nervous system will control the voluntary action and the involuntary action and send signal to the different parts of the body. And the central nervous system includes the brain and the spinal cord. And the peripheral nervous system consists of the nerves that connect every part of the body to the central nervous system. So in apes, they use the non-verbal communication signal with their hand and arm that resemble non-verbal form of communication. Their CNS are also made up of the brain and the spinal cord. The peripheral system has the autonomic and somatic system involving the sympathetic and parasympathetic movement. As in human, we all have the fight and flight and rest and digest rest and digest. So the primate brain tends to be larger, heavy in proportion to body weight, and very complex. So we can see that the size of the brain is different as they undergo evolution, that differentiate the function or differentiate the function and making the brain to be more complex. Next, we move on to the respiratory system. So basically, the human and chimpanzee lung have almost no differences aside from size. They have the same cell types and the same tissues, some which include alveoli, bronchi, simple communication, and more. They have the same organs such as the lung, liver, small intestine, and many else. Both of the similarity in both mammals. The lungs are made from the same type of tissue, which is the epithelial tissue. Similar to our mammal, primates have a constant body temperature, and the respiratory system featuring a separation between the nasal and mouth cavity. We can see here that the nasal cavity and also the mouth cavity are separate, and the structure is very distinct. Next, we have so this is the image that I captured during the carnival. They are held the awareness campaign as to educate people on the importance to keep the population and the survival of the monkey and apes. So how I relate? I relate with the internal system, internal organ of the rat, which I dissected last week. So before I end my slide, I'm going to show a video. So, from my observation, I choose both from the Zoom measure, and this is the stuff that explains to us about the human activity that use monkey for as a meat, and also they torture them for their own purposes. Here we can see that how they suffer from the human activity. And here this explains to us about the differences between the apes and the monkey. Basically, the apes have a more longer arm because they use their arm for swinging between the branch to other branch, and their external body are quite different between the apes and the monkey. Besides that, he also explain to us about the size of one monkey that they measured by using this cloth. He said that this cloth can fit two adult men at the same time. Next. So how I relate? I'm using the previous dissection video as to relate with the mammal internal organ. So here is my dissection process. First I cut the skins to expose the musculature system, and then I cut the muscle as to expose the internal organ. After that, you can see that the internal organ consists of the trachea, esophagus, and then also the heart to pump blood around the body, and then lung for the gases exchange, the liver for secret bowels, stomach for digestion, ileum, and the reproductive system consists of the ovary and the fallopian tube, and also the kidney to remove waste product. And here is the circulatory organ that consists of mainly from the heart, so the vein and also the artery, and the digestive system that comprises of the stomach, duodenum, ileum, and also the vaginal and spleen. So for the nervous system, it's represented by the brain. So I think that's all. So thank you. Don't forget to save eggs and monkey. Bye.